I have a big bag of oats here. We get this from a membership type of store. I won't say which one because they're not paying me for advertisement. And it comes with two big giant bags like this. And we're down to this one bag. So I take that. I also get oat milk container. This was a sample container to store it in. Okay, to store my homemade baby cereal. And of course my baby bullet. Now if you don't have a baby bullet and you have another kind of bullet, I'm pretty sure it will work the same. Someone asked before, can you use a what is it called, a regular blender? I don't know, never tried it. So as I scoop my oats out, notice that I'm just using a little bowl here. I'm not measuring how much I put in there. Okay, I'm trying to do this at the same time as recording. And the reason I'm not measuring is because I'm going to simply just store the oats in a container. I'm not measuring to feed the baby right now, which I wouldn't measure anyhow. I'm not a big with measuring the baby food. I kind of can tell by looking with my eye what's enough and what's not enough. So I simply just scoop out. Now I want to show you the consistency, the reason I'm blending here. This is what it looks like when it's blended. And this is the just whole oats here from the bag. And so whole oats will be fine for an older child. I prefer this style, just like you would get in a cereal container at the store. I prefer that. My baby's 6 months, and I know some people already move their baby to the texture at that time, but my baby doesn't have any teeth, and so I usually like to wait until teeth give them a little more texture. Okay, so I'm going to also show you here what it looks like when you mix it, so you can get a difference as to why you would want to blend whole oats to get the same type of baby cereal that you would get at the store, and for a lot cheaper, of course, because look how much that made in there. And again, if you open it and you see that it's not blended the way you want it, it still looks a little sorry, I have larger chunks in there, but those are just, I'm going to show you, those are just going to break apart as soon as you put like a spoon. See, it's really not a chunk, but it's kind of like really like dust, okay, like powder, okay. And so what I normally do, okay, so here's my container, because I like to recycle as much as possible. For this, I didn't have to go out and buy anything to store it in, because I just use what is naturally used to store baby milk. So knowing that this consistency is similar, because it's like a powder, then I figure, let me store it in something that a powder, baby powder, would be stored in. And I'm hitting it because there's some way at the bottom there. Okay, so I actually used the same scooper that came, so I'm just going to drop that in there like so. I'm going to put my lid on upside down, but I would put my lid on the correct way, and put it in my pantry. So just using a little bit of lukewarm milk here, I'm going to put some in bowls, straight from the bottle. Doesn't take very much. And I know when you normally make your oatmeal for yourself and your older children, you probably microwave it or boil it on the stove. I don't use the boiling water. I just use lukewarm water. If I have time, I will use very, very hot water from the sink and then just let it sit, because I know I'm going to let it sit while I dress her or tend to my other children. But if I need to feed her ASAP, then this is what I do. And as you can see, it does dissolve. Some people may think it doesn't dissolve unless you use the boiling water, but because it's so finely chopped up, okay, grated here, then that's why it actually does dissolve, okay. And so, of course, I would give her more than this. This is just to show you the consistency. Okay, go get your shoes. Go get your chanclas. Get your chanclas instead. Okay? And this is the oats without being blended in the bullet. So see how big those are, and see how it really doesn't dissolve so well. Yes, it's watery, but a little bit, just a little watery, and it looks moistened, I should say, not quite watery, but it looks moist. But you really would need to probably boil this or use hot water to get it, you know, dissolved here. So that's my video. And yes, you can make it with water, but I prefer milk, I think, because my baby likes it that better. All of my children have liked it with milk instead. Happy blending!